What's up everyone? Welcome back to Jungle Gap. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at a very powerful early game jungle path that is not very well known, if known at all. So this path is personally something I've been abusing for free LP on champions such as Xin Zhao. Currently I have a 68% win rate on him, which I do think I'll be continuing onwards to Challenger. I recently came across a VOD in the LPL where this path was done, which we will go over later in this video as proof that the best players in the world are abusing this path. The good thing is that it's not just a competitive path, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can use and abuse it at any rank to gap the enemy jungle for some free LP. What's up everyone, I'm Coach Leo, also known as Babip. I've been a professional jungler for the past 6 years, played at Worlds 4 times, and have plenty of coaching experience. If you're interested in fast-tracking your learning and achieving your desired rank, book a private coaching session or join the community by heading over to the Jungle Gap Discord, which will be in the description below. Okay, so before we go over the reasons when you would do this path, I quickly want to go over what the path is, where I think it originated from, and why people are doing it in Season 14 as opposed to previous seasons. And so I think this path originated from an old cheese that Kindred, Graves, any champion that jumped over walls and wanted to attack the enemy jungle early. As Kindred, you would start red, jump over this wall, and immediately attack the enemy Gromp. And so basically what this new path is it's similar to this, where you start Raptors. Obviously starting Raptors is quicker than clearing red. And you would immediately run and path to the enemy Gromp. And what this would do is, if the enemy jungle was starting blue, and you were stronger level 2, you would just kill them on the Gromp. If he starts the red buff, you would just counter jungle both these camps, get level 3, and either kill him when he walks into you after he does his 3 red side camps, or, as we'll get into, you can split the map. And so the reason why I think this is happening in Season 14 as opposed to previous seasons is because just taking a look at the terrain of both of these maps, starting Raptors here and pathing like this is much more inefficient than as you can see with the new map. Right here, it's kind of just a straight line. There's more versatility here with these kind of different openings. And yeah, let's get into the reasons when you would do this path. So reason number 1, you're stronger than the enemy jungle, level 2, and you want to create an early snowball. So this is kind of good when you're playing champions that can, 1, clear Raptors easily, solo. So champions like Jarvan, Xin, you could probably do this with Graves if you start Q. So basically what you do, start Raptors, immediately invade the blue side. If you're stronger than the enemy jungle too, and also you'll be jumping him while he's on the Gromp. Kill him on the Gromp, take his blue, and then if that situation actually does happen, you'll be level 3. He'll have either based, and he'll be coming out of base. The only options he has is obviously his red side camps, which then after you take these camps, you can follow him into his red side, and it's basically game over for him. That's option number 1. Option number 2, same thing, you invade, and he starts the red buff. He clears his red side camps, and by the time he's walking into his blue side, you've already killed his Gromp, his blue, and option A, you can either kill him by dropping a ward right here as he walks into you, or you can just leave, go back to your camps, and you just have a 2 camp lead. The next scenario that you want to look to do this path is, as I said before, you want to split the map. Maybe you have a win condition bot lane where you have double range matchup and it's going to be super volatile. And so this path is very, very strong for that. Once again, starting Raptors, running into his blue side. If he starts blue, you kill him on Gromp. He starts red, you take his bot side. Map then becomes split if he knows this, because he'll walk into your blue side now because his bot side camps are dead. And then you have free reign to impact, the volatile bot matchup, playing towards your win condition. Now, option number 3, this kind of ties in with the other 2 options. So if you're versing, this is especially good if you're versing a full clearing jungler like Brand, and you want to stop his win condition, which is obviously to either, full clear his camps up, get level 4, super fast full clear, 310 or whatever it is. And you want to stop that because, as playing something such as Xin or Jarvan, you want to abuse the fact that you are stronger level 3, level 2. And so again, you'll start Raptors, walk in, kill him on his Gromp, or take his camps, interrupting his full clear, playing towards your win condition and, taking away from his win condition. And so this path is very versatile. I don't really see many downsides to it. I think the only thing that maybe players will start adapting to is the fact that, maybe they ward here, they're expecting the invade, and, they start blue and they take their wolves and then they just leave their Grump up, which, then this path becomes very inefficient for you. But there's really not much downside to this path. And lastly, obviously, depending on what side of the map you are, you can do this on either side. So if you're on the red side, you can start Raptors. And, if you're playing around a top lane win condition, you want to split the map for top lane, obviously that option is available to you. Okay, so taking a look at the first example, this is from a game that I played. I'm playing Xin Zhao into a Karthus, and I've decided to opt into this clear. Obviously for the 2 reasons, as we just went over in the explanation. If I invade him here and he starts blue, I will kill him on Gromp. And if he starts red, I will take the 2 topside camps and get level 3. And my idea of this game is if that happens, I will punish the Kled who does not have flash. So this is my game plan going into this game. If I invade him and he started red and I end up doing that top gank, my bot side is kind of protected obviously because he started red and he's clearing up. And then he's just going to walk to his 2 dead topside camps. So I'm playing towards my win condition and I'm taking away from his win condition, which is to full clear. So let's see what happens in this game. So I'm just starting out here on the Raptors. And so the reason I chose this game specifically is because, Karthus is probably one of the fastest solo starting blue junglers. So I'm kind of showing you that even versus the quickest jungler, that it can still work. And this will work on, as I said, any jungler that can do Raptors, quite well and is stronger than the enemy jungle level 2, will be able to do this path. So as we can see here, I'm going to walk in. I'm going to try and hug this this bush. So you see my pathing. I'm going to walk this way to kind of hug this fog of war. So I can have the least amount of reaction time that Karthus has on me, the better. And I know that he doesn't have flash. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to be quick enough and flash smite the Gromp. But as you can see, it still works. He has exhaust instead of flash. And this will work versus, pretty much any other jungler that's not Karthus. And if you can clear the Raptors a bit quicker, obviously the timing does depend. And yeah, the reason I wanted to showcase this VOD in particular is because, I'm besting Karthus. And now the options I have, because I didn't get the Gromp, that means that I won't get level 3 off the wolves. And so my game plan is kind of going to change now. I'm most likely not going to look for the top gank because obviously my bot side can be attacked by Karthus out of base. And so in this VOD, I believe I just take the wolves, take the red, and then protect my bot side. If Karthus is here, I kill him. If not, I just have a free 400 gold and a really good start to the game. Okay, so in this next example, I didn't really explain it before, but essentially all it is basically the same path, but the opposite. So instead of starting Raptors and invading the enemy's blue side, you'll start blue and do Gromp. Getting a leash is good for this because you want to basically be running to the enemy Raptors as fast as you can. And this is very good on champions such as Lillia because obviously keeping my stacks up with the move speed, it works very nicely on her. But the same kind of rules apply. So, and I thought that this would just be worth throwing this example in here just to show you how, the mirror of this path and how versatile it can be. So here I'm just starting blue with a leash. As I said, getting a leash is good because it kind of speeds up the process of getting to the Raptors. And, essentially my thought process is if he starts blue, I'm going to make it to his Raptors around the same time he finishes his camps. I'll be finished his Raptors. If he starts red, which is what I believe happens in this game, I'm going to skirmish him here. And, He ends up smiting the Raptors, but basically what happens next is that he doesn't have smite. So I'm able to go get my level 3. I know that he doesn't have smite. And so as I enter his blue side here, you know, obviously I think, and I know that I win out skirmishing on the Poppy. Taking Conqueror's Lillia, I get the smite, and you know, positioning myself to not get wall stunned. I know that Tahm Kench is coming. I do believe here if the Poppy and the Tahm Kench actually played better, that I would have died here. I needed to prime my flash to flash the Poppy stun. So if Poppy would have stunned and Tahm Kench would have just held his W, I probably would have died here. But these kind of skirmishes, you know, people usually think of Lillia as a full clearing jungler, when actually you can skirmish early with Conqueror, especially against some of these champions like Poppy, and also, you know, not many people are expecting a Lillia to play, you know, so high tempo and so aggressive. And now we're going to be taking a look at an example from an LPL game. This is BLG Xun playing the Jarvan, and we'll see this path being done, and I'll kind of analyze and commentate as it's happening. So there, he gets a leash from the Nico to make this to speed this up. So he is able to arrive at the blue a lot earlier. And what's very interesting about this particular VOD is the fact that, as you're about to see, both teams are playing around this path. So as you'll see right now, the Xin is about to show up. And the reason that's so interesting is because obviously the fact that both LPL teams are playing around this path has to mean that, you know, it has some sort of strength. And this is really, you know, in a competitive game like this will be done to play around the bot lane, to play around the win condition. But you can easily apply, you know, the same kind of fundamentals to your solo queue games. So if you have a very, very aggressive bot lane, this is something that you can do. And so here Xin is completely forced out of his bot side. And, you know, Xin's game is kind of over, as you'll be able to see next. Xun paths to mid, takes mid flash, crosses to his top side. So this is essentially just a 3 quadrant. The Xin only has wolves and his top side camps up. And, you know, this is really just beautiful League of Legends. The Nico now places this ward to defend the bot side camps. And so yeah, essentially I just wanted to showcase this path being done in an LPL game. That's kind of got to mean something, the fact that both teams were playing around it so heavily. And I hope you were able to learn something from this video and apply it to your own games. Thank you all for watching this video. Currently in the Jungle Gap Discord, I'm going to be holding a tournament for the fastest Karthus jungle full clear. The prize will be a 1.5 hour coaching session from myself, so make sure you join and upload your clears. The winner will be announced in 7 days.